Got a few little details, tiny little details that I want to add, but yeah, I think she's looking pretty good. So I'm going to call this one almost donezo. Got a few little details, tiny little details that I want to add, but yeah, I think she's looking pretty good. So this video is going to be a little bit off the cuff and stream of consciousness. Not that I really do that much different anyway, but today is a little different. I actually had this other video completely planned out, actually recorded, but I decided to change it because of some things that's happened this week. Specifically something that kind of happened today that really kind of hit me in the heartstrings. I don't know if you can see, but I got myself a nice new hairdo. A little bit wonky because I've been running around. But yeah, went and got the haircut. Yeah, I need a comb. Anyway, so yeah, nice and sharp looking haircut. And that's poignant because I go to this haircut place called The Lodge down the street, get my haircut by this guy named Connie. Goes by Connie, his real name is Constancio. And the barber that cut his hair, that cut hair directly across from him, the guy that I would be looking at as I was sitting in the chair, was this guy named Anthony. Young kid, good kid, very passionate about certain things, motorcycles and English football and whatnot. I didn't know much about him, but I kind of felt like I had somewhat of a acquaintance relationship with this guy, because even though I was getting my hair cut by Constancio, I was looking at Anthony most of the time, and I was having conversations with him just as much as I was with Constancio, Connie. 2 weeks ago, on a Saturday, Anthony was killed in a motorcycle accident. And strangely, even though I don't know him very well, it hit me really, really hard, because I feel like I've got this kind of relationship with him. Distant relationship, very distant, but somebody I knew got killed in a car accident, or in a motorcycle accident, I should say. And it just bummed me out. It bummed me out at the time, and then I go to get my haircut today, and I'm sitting there in the chair, and I'm looking at the chair across from me, which was his chair, Anthony's chair, and it's got all these flowers around it, and there's like a bucket on the chair so you can donate to his family, because he left behind 3 kids and a wife. And yeah, it was heavy. I was sitting there talking with Connie about the whole situation, trying not to pry too much, because I know this is a very touchy thing, and this was his friend, not my friend. But again, I did feel a little attached. So we had a very heartfelt conversation about the whole thing and how other people reacted and whatnot. And this all kind of brings this idea of mortality to light. I don't know how much any of you may know this, who's watching this, but over the last week, a little more than a week, I was having my own kind of little health issues, and I kept it kind of quiet until recently. I posted up on Snapchat. But the short story is that I had what I felt like was having a heart problem. I was having this little fluttering in my chest, and it kind of freaked me out. Now, I let it go for about a week before I was like, I need to go see a doctor about this. And that's not something I normally do. Man, we systematically avoid going to the doctor because we feel like we can tough it out, which is a mistake. But this one I didn't want to take any chances with, because it just didn't feel right. I felt that flutter, kind of pressure in the chest, sometimes a little lightheaded over it, and I was like, gotta make sure I get this checked out. So I go to the doctor, And I get the checkup, and the doctor does all the things and tests the blood, and everything looks to be okay. My heart rate was good, my blood pressure was good, my cholesterol levels were good, and she tested we did the little EKG, and everything seemed to be great on the heart monitor. What it came down to is this: I probably am drinking too much coffee. Match that with having a little bit of stress because of monetary situations that I won't get into, financial situations that kind of got a little bit tough over the last couple of months. And so combine all these things together, and it created a little bit of a storm inside my body. And so I'm fixing that. I'm, taking some over-the-counter medication to treat the kind of indigestion or whatever it is that might be going on in the chest. I've backed off on the coffee completely. In fact, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I haven't had a single cup, which is nuts. So I'm getting this done because I believe it's important to take care of ourselves. And a lot of people who might be younger than me, let me tell you something. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. And I guarantee you, once you start getting into your 30s and then into your 40s, you're gonna start to lose things, and you're gonna lose capability of certain things. You're gonna not be as fast as you were. You're not gonna be as strong as you were. The point I'm trying to get to is that I'm gonna say this, right? You're gonna die. Your time is finite on this planet, and you never know when your last moment is gonna be. There was one night last week where I was lying in bed and I was having this little fluttering thing, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I was thinking to myself, what if I don't wake up in the morning? Like, what if I had like this heart attack or something? Which obviously not the case, but what if I had a heart attack and I couldn't say goodbye to my son one last time, or say goodbye to my wife, or say goodbye to you guys? I mean, really, it was freaking me out, and it was stressing me out now, and I couldn't get much sleep, which isn't good for the whole situation in general. It's good to know that I've got, good health going on, but it really kind of put everything in perspective. And seeing Anthony's chair today empty with all these flowers and decorations and well wishes and pictures all over it, there's a young 20-something kid with a full family, and he's gone like that. When your time is up, right? But until that moment, you should be treating every single moment that you've got here on Earth as potentially the last, because you never know when you might not wake up again, or you never know when that car is going to come out in front of you and stop your life. And it just like we spend all this time. I guarantee you that if you looked at your life, you looked at the things that you're doing on a daily basis, like just your regular daily rigmarole, would you look at your life and say, I'm proud of every moment that I've lived? Now, I'm not saying that I could do this, because I can't. I can't say that I'm proud of every single moment that I've lived. And obviously, we're not going to live to 100% potential every minute of our lives. But at least it's in the back of my head right now that I've only got this one life, and I don't know when it's going to stop. And so I should be putting myself forward into this life as much as I possibly can at every single moment, because I don't want to miss that opportunity. So here's what I'm going to do, and maybe you want to do this too. I'm going to take a microscope to my life and really focus on the things that I've been doing on a daily basis, and start to treat myself with a little bit more respect. And by that, what I mean is I don't want to be taking for granted the time that I have, and so I want to see what are the things that I'm doing that I probably don't need to be doing, or the things that I'm not doing that I should be doing, and be more present in everyday life. Because man, I mean, I don't want to leave this life unfulfilled. Even if I haven't achieved my goals yet, I don't want to leave this life feeling like I didn't live it. So that's it, really. I want to live life, and I want to take advantage of every single moment I possibly can. And so I'm going to finish this video right here. I'm gonna edit it, I'm gonna upload it, and then I'm gonna go get my son, and then we're going to celebrate being together. Because that's quite possibly the best thing I could do right now. So I ask you, what's the best thing you could be doing right now? I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. If this one was a little weird, sorry, but you know, it's where the head's at. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Oh, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this page, or you know, wherever it is you're finding it. Okay, thanks. Love you guys.